Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and peasants of all ages, when the four swordsmen unsheathed their mighty swords and thrust them so the four tips touch, the commoners drip from the floods of their thunderous power.
Hey, can you hear us now? Hello, come on. Alien X is gonna finish work. See y'all later. All right, cool. Everyone keeps saying we're still muted, but I want to see, are they hearing us? Come on, people, just give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
Testicles, testicles.
I know it's a little bit delayed too from, there we go. Cool. So we'll start this all over again. We'll tell everyone that Full Hammer isn't with us currently. If he shows up, he'll be coming in later. I think he had a scheduling thing. And then I said, welcome, LittleWolf. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm now 3/4 of my way through a can of energy drink and warming up under my blanket because it's cold as fuck outside.
Mm-hmm. And this actually will work this time because we'll say, Steven, how are you doing? And Steven had himself muted for that first bit. So, Steven, how you doing? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Try and sit
I
on
didn't
his
have
nuts so he
myself
gets that
muted.
high
That's what you said last time.
I'm doing well. Cold, miserable, wet, rainy day, but
Nope. All right, cool.
Jeebus.
And I'm doing.
And the weather's completely screwing with my internet.
Oh, lovely. I'm doing it from the bedroom today because it is damn cold outside, and usually I come in here too, so the dogs aren't barking
It just
like
means
crazy.
I won't be in the chat.
Does he have us muted?
Wouldn't surprise me.
very delayed.
He is super selective hearing.
Like, we're waiting now to see if he responds like 10 seconds later. Yeah, so don't mind the fact that I'm sitting in bed trying to be warm because it's like minus 25 degrees Celsius outside right now, and it's damn cold. And the dogs are kind of growling on the bed, but yeah. Well, we'll see. And then I was saying, and then we got our honorary swordsman, Mute Donkey here being Fullhammer's not with us. So how are you, Mute? Boy, we're just all sorts of wonderful today.
Up like the other. Somehow all of my audio settings got messed up. Okay. I don't know why all my audio settings were messed up in OBS, but that's fixed. I'm gonna blame probably a Windows update somewhere along the line. I'm doing good.
Welcome everyone to the Be Like PhD Tony Hour, where we don't know how to tech.
I already know I can't really tech. I mean, that's why I only have like static drawings for my videos.
Hey, those are cool though.
I'm doing it on purpose, I swear.
Yeah, accidentally on purpose. So yeah, we're off to a great start today. Woo! It just kind of goes to show what kind of Saturday it is. Oh my god.
We're basically half the swordsman and a donkey.
Yeah. Hopefully, Steve can figure out what's happening on his end.
Look, I may be a donkey, but I can't carry all of you.
It's better than carrying the beardsman. Have you seen those guys?
Tiny, so you don't have to worry about me too much.
Right. So today when I was doing Mega Mirror at the iNetwork, Johnny O comes in and he was like, when are you guys going to accept the challenge by Team Skeptic for doing, the Family Feud type thing? And I was just like, well, for one, I didn't even know that. I mean, I knew that they were trying to set something up, but I didn't think there was anything quite scheduled yet. And he's like, are you guys chicken? What are you afraid of? And it's like, oh, we have no fear. We are ready to take you guys on. So I'm hoping that team can figure out something sooner than later so we can start doing this Family Feud thing that he wants to do on some Friday. And hopefully we can all get it scheduled properly where we can be a part of it. Because that'll be a lot of fun. But Johnny O, no, we are definitely not scared at all. We're ready to do this.
Like, yeah, it might be a small little dog wolf thing, whatever, but it's like, shoot, like other small dogs, I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. And you probably have some of the best one-liners out of all of us.
Oh my god, probably.
So it'll be great to do. We didn't really come in with any specific topic today. Oh, there's Steve. Steve, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm back.
Did you have to go feed the kangaroos?
Turns out when I turned my computer on this morning, no, I had to actually hold the kangaroos back this time. All my kangaroos were going somewhere else. So I forgot that I was downloading Command and Conquer again. And every time I start the computer up, Steam automatically starts my download.
Okay,
Blame Steam, Steve.
So it was just taking all the bandwidth.
Gotcha. Hopefully it's not all the blood rushing to your head or anything like that. So, yeah, I was saying we didn't really come in with a topic today, but we're open and willing to any things you guys might want to discuss.
I'm up the right way, so the center of gravity would make it go to the right head?
Or the first head, whichever it comes to. You know.
Comes to.
But
Tiny. You're right. Tiny Captain says, so the topic is how to screw up the sound on your computer. Yes, that is definitely the topic for today.
Yeah. You start up your computer, and all the sound seems to be coming out of your speakers for you, but it's all set to different channels than it normally is, so it's not going to other places that it should be going to.
Right.
Like Steve's blood.
King Crew tells you that you should update Windows 95 and then you should be okay.
Yeah, well, that's the problem is I updated to Windows 10, and now Windows does whatever the hell it wants to instead of what I tell it to do.
Right. Steve's
Waiting for that Windows AI version.
I mean, it almost is. I need to upgrade to like Windows XP, but I really need some of the new features for gaming.
Windows XP and Vista. Gotta love it.
Actually,
Vista
XP.
was terrible.
That was a good one.
Yeah, XP was great. 7 was good.
What was the other one? Was it Windows ME Millennium Edition?
Oh, ME was bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
I remember one.
Oh, go ahead, Tanner.
Oh, I was gonna say, I just remember one of those when that came out and like go to get a computer. You're like, yeah, it's got the newest window on there, and then you start it up and you're like, oh.
I ran ME actually for years without any issues. But yeah, I'd probably say when it comes to bad Microsoft or bad Windows, you'd have Vista at the top, then ME, then 8,
Yep.
then 10. But 10's not bad because of the things that make the other ones bad. It's bad because of stuff that Microsoft is doing intentionally.
Right. How they're trying to plan it all out. Anyone download any new games or new fun stuff lately, or experimenting with different things?
No, I might have a few. If you care to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks to Alien X Gaming, I have been getting into a game called Depth. Basically, it's sharks versus humans, humans versus sharks. That is a hell of a lot of fun, especially in multiplayer. Phasmophobia, which I'm pretty sure everyone knows about by now. What was the other one? We've just started on him. He's just started doing Call of Duty Warzone with us.
Cool.
We're both doing Jackbox Parties 2 and 7. Other than that, I don't think I've got anything new. Only thing new is going to be the Command and Conquer 1 and 2. If anyone's up for that, because we all multiplayer either over on his channel or my channel. Also got the usual like Grand Theft Auto 5, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, the remake, Metal Gear Solid. Yeah.
Nice.
That's about it. There'll be some new ones coming up soon, though.
Nice.
Some new ones I've heard about that are all multiplayer, if anyone's into that kind of thing.
If I was a gamer, I'd be. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, what about you guys, or am I the only nerd?
Yeah, no. Well, LittleWolf likes to play games. I know you can only play them on your phone right now, but you play some of that stuff, and you've been doing some new stuff on your Discord server.
Yeah. Well, with the gaming area, from watching Jessica G's Doom playthrough, it made me want to play some Doom, so I downloaded Doom 1 and Doom 2 on my phone, and right now I'm stuck in the Shores of Hell in Part 1, and in Doom 2 I'm playing an expansion, No Rest for the Living, and been having a lot of fun with that. In my Discord at the moment, I do have a music bot that's called like Groovy Bot or something like that. And for like the last, I'm guessing 3, 4, 5, my timeline's so screwed up. But lately I've been playing either different music or audiobooks, stand-up comedy, basically whatever pops into my head, and for some reason other people are joining me in my den and listening with me, and I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out, and just making my den a little bit warmer.
Yeah, it's super cool. It was really fun being in there the other night, and I had honestly I'd never actually listened to the War of the Worlds radio play. Out of all the years that I've been alive, I just never heard it. So it was really cool to finally hear it for the first time. I mean, I knew about it and I knew a lot of the general gist of it, but I've never actually heard the actual radio show. And so that was really fun to listen to. And then a lot of the other comedians and different type of music. So I'm going to post the link to your Discord into the chat if that's okay with you.
Oh yeah, go for it.
All right, cool.
Also, just quickly, the last couple of game streams I've done, if anyone's heard all the backing audio that goes on in the background, that's all from LittleWolf.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just usually random whatever pops into my head, and it's like, okay, yeah, this will be fun to listen to.
Yeah. Yep. And I know I'm going to be made fun of. People probably saw me typing, and I literally type with like 4 fingers. I've always typed that way my whole life. So go ahead, make fun of all of me and the way I type, but I type fast enough.
Gotta
okay.
get
Can we call you
you.
4x4?
Yeah.
No, he's more of a 2x2.
2x2. Yeah, like literally 4 fingers only, 2 on each hand, and actually it all boils down to actually 3. I usually use mostly just the pointer on my left hand, and oddly I can type kind of fast though.
Yeah. Gotta get you like typing of the dead or something. Help you out. Get the.
I hate it.
Beacon.
Oh
yeah.
It's like if you took House of the Dead and combined it with MS Beacon. It is great.
Oh yeah, I've played that one.
Or I'll just get a really good like speech to text type thing. So then that way, because I hated typing classes in school. I hated it so bad.
Yeah.
I'm just not really good with my fingers.
could-
Maybe that's why the ladies don't like me.
I thought it was because you swang the other way, but
Could be another reason, but yeah.
So
I mean, I'm good with my paws, but for some reason when I'm typing on my phone, I only use like my middle finger to type with. I've always been that way. It just feels weird using the thumb area or the index just for some reason the middle finger.
So basically, you're just making sure to send out the energy of "fuck you" with everything.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So cool. Fun stuff. I feel weird being the only one who's on camera sitting in my bed.
Well, you don't have to be on camera.
I know I could turn it off, but I figured people might want to see who's talking, even though it shows green. So because of LittleWolf's Den and listening to radio plays, I finally bought on Blu-ray Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Ooh,
So
Oh,
that
but
is
that
going to
movie
be.
Oh,
is.
yeah.
I know.
I like the movie though; it's really good. I think, especially with Alan Rickman as the voice of Marvin, and
It's cute, and I know it doesn't do the books justice or anything, but I figured, I want to start upping my movie collection, and kind of like how PhD Tony does it. If you're gonna pay money to rent a movie on some sort of streaming service, I might as well just buy it. So the new plan is to every week think of a movie that Chase and I might want to watch over the weekend, and then just buy it like on Monday or Tuesday, so it's here by the weekend. So the first one is going to be Hitchhiker's Guide, and so I'm willing and open to hear any movie ideas from people. I guess the only thing that I really wouldn't care for is like overly gory movies, like Saw movies. Those don't appeal to me. But I do like movies like As Above, So Below type thing. Anything comedy, anything adventure, whatever else like that. Movie ideas would be cool. And then that's going to be kind of like our little weekend date thing, is to do that. So again, thank you to LittleWolf for the inspiration.
I've got a
You're welcome again.
huge movie list. So if you ever need any ideas, you just got to give me like a genre and a kind of idea of what you're looking for,
Okay.
and I can give you like
Cool.
20
Same
movies.
here.
Mhm.
Same here.
Which then kind of made me think of an idea of like, if you guys have ideas or know of movies that were supposed to take place in the area that you live and what you thought about it, and if it gave the area you live any sort of justice.
I have the perfect one for that with me up here in Alaska. It was the movie On Deadly Ground, and of course it's with Steven Seagal. But the coolest thing about that is it had my great grandfather in it, playing a native shaman up here in Alaska. And if people haven't seen it, I highly recommend you don't. I mean, it's a Steven Seagal, like, what, mid-90s movie, so it was definitely on the down peak of his career.
Okay. Yeah.
It's definitely it's a fun movie for me because it does have my great grandfather in it. And he said it was actually really cool to work with Steven Seagal, and it takes place up here in Alaska. So I'm not really sure where it's supposed to take place. Just near the pipeline, from all I understand from it, and just the fact that my great grandfather was playing a shaman, which he said was like one of the hardest things, because in my tribe we haven't had a shaman in a long time. And he was also saying, if you ever want to make money, like being in a movie like that, even like a little baby that's on set gets like $500 each time.
It's not too bad.
I mean, for doing a quick roll, that's good money. Come on, more movies up in Alaska.
There's 30 Days at Night, of course, with the pipeline again, kind of, and vampires, and I haven't seen it, but
30 Days a Night is pretty good. It had a sequel that wasn't too good. But it's supposed to take place in Barrow, but the
Barrow.
time, Barrow. But they get more night than that. But it's based on a comic, and the comic's also pretty good if you like gory vampire stuff.
Do you think those movies would do like Alaska justice as far as like maybe how people act or are? I mean, I know the locations are going to be pretty damn accurate if they're actually filming it up there, but do you think they kind of maybe upplay what Alaska's like, or do you think they downplay what Alaska's like, or?
I'd say they more downplay it from like an actual point of view, but they also upplay it on the Hollywood point of view of like what the world would think Alaska's like, or any place that's like in the upper tundra-ish area of the world, because they always portray like, oh, they live in igloos and things like that, and it's like, well, igloo just means house.
Yeah.
So yeah, technically I live in an igloo, so but I always have fun with things like that. I used to tell people, yes, we live in igloos, and I have a polar bear that takes me to school and shit like that when I was younger and online and just messing around with people. And it's like, yeah, during the summer when all the snow melts, we just have sidewalk sales.
Nice. Yeah. I'd see the movie I used to kind of like that took place in Alaska was the mockumentary. I think it's The Fourth Kind.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was I don't know if everyone's familiar with that, but it's about, it's a mockumentary about alien abductions that they played it off really good, where they made it seem like it was actual documentary where they did like quote unquote side by side actor portrayals while showing like live or actual video of what was going on. So it's kind of cool. Like they play. It's a psychiatrist, I think, that goes up there to try to figure out what's going on in this town, and so some of it's audio, and you're listening to the audio while watching an actor portrayal of what's going on, and then other times they do what they would say is actual video being played next to actor portrayal of things that were going on, and it's a rather interesting one, and I find it funny that there's a lot of people out there who think that's an actual movie, like those were actual videos that were being played on there, and then also having the actors, and they don't realize that the whole entire thing is a mockumentary.
The
Wait, it's not? Damn it, that was going to be my next debunk.
Galaxy Quest just popped into my head. Play the historical documents.
the lady that's supposed to play like the real life psychiatrist or whatever, just looks so creepy in that.
Yes.
Like she's got like sunken eyes and stuff. Like, oh.
While you mean like while she's being interviewed by like the talk show hosts and stuff?
Yeah, the one that's supposed to not be the actress, playing her, but the one that's supposed to be the like
the actual one.
The actual one, yeah.
Yeah, they did her makeup really good because she looks like she would have been stressed the hell out from this.
Yeah.
So it's a good one. If people haven't seen it, I should buy that one.
That's a good one.
I think one of my other favorite like weird movies would be Snow Dogs with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Snow Dogs is so
it kind of mirrors my life a little bit, like how he moves from Florida, where he was at, up to Alaska, and just kind of dealing with the differences in weather and everything else, and just the fact that it has dogs in it, it will always catch my interest. And from a dog mushing perspective and seeing it that way, it kind of is like that.
Yeah,
that's what I got to see. For some reason, they filmed that in Canada, I think.
Of course.
Damn you, Facty, taking our movies.
Right. Which, speaking of Facty, he asks if you have a mammoth that does the dishes.
No, he says I should tell them I have a mammoth.
Oh,
that
yeah,
does dishes.
yeah.
I'd do that, but then I'd be out of a job. I do the dishes.
I was talking a little bit with Chase prior to coming on, and I was like, maybe we should discuss movies that take place in our location. And the one he came up with, I think, is The Proposal, who's got what is it, Ryan Reynolds and what's her face from a bunch of different movies.
Oh God, okay, yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, where he like works for her, and I think she claims that she's engaged or something, or maybe she just broke off an engagement, and so then he has to go up with her to Alaska to act like her fiance, and they end up falling in love for real and stuff. And
I've seen that once.
I'm surprised I haven't seen that yet. I love rom-coms, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's got Betty White in there, so that's what made me want to watch it, was Betty White.
Nice. I was gonna say Fargo.
Fargo, yeah, that would be one for here. But Betty White, real quick, Betty White, I think she plays like a shaman-esque type person in that movie. That's kind of funny. Yeah, as far as my location, Fargo is the big one, and I love that because they throw in the horrible accents here. Oh yeah, we're gonna go up to Fargo there and drive around, and it's just gonna be a good old time. And I love it because everyone speaks with that horrible accent. So you see the Asian guy come in, and he's speaking with that accent, and it throws you off so bad. And I know a few people who have the really bad Minnesota accent. I know I got a little bit of it, but that deep of one. Some people from Fargo from it. I knew one guy who talked like that, and I could not stand being around him because it was so just gnarly. I've seen most of the movie. I don't remember it in its entirety, but it's a good portrayal. Large flat area with a lot of snow and a lot of winter gear.
Don't say flat too loud.
What? Oh yeah, no shit, huh? The western part or the eastern part of North Dakota is pretty flat. The western part has the Badlands and it's gorgeous. But then the other movie that I could think of that would take place in Minnesota would be Drop Dead Gorgeous, and that's got
Oh,
oh
it's
man,
been a long time since I watched that.
yeah, it's got a lot of big names in them. Kirsten Dunst. It's got the girl who played Bobby on King of the Hill. I mean, she didn't play Bobby. She played Luann. Brittany Murphy. Brittany Murphy's in that.
Aw.
The lady who plays on Cheers. She plays Rebecca Howe.
Christy Alley?
Yeah, Christy Alley's in it. Just so many big names. And again, they got the accents, like Amber, go get my smokes. My doctor said I had to practice. And the one thing we always kind of laugh at, is Minnesota's known for the Mall of America, the biggest mall here in the U.S. And for outsiders, it's really cool. For people who live here in the Twin Cities, it's a gimmick. We don't really go there that much, if at all. But there's a scene where they're like, we're here at the Mall of America, and it's not. It's a different shopping center that's way smaller than the Mall of America. And then they talk about and they talk about Mount Rose, Minnesota, and there is no Mount Rose, Minnesota, but there is a Rosemount, Minnesota. So those are really the only two movies that I know that take place around this area.
There's a lot of sitcoms and TV shows that either take place around the area or have characters from that area.
Right. I think it was
Janie.
I think.
Sorry, I'm looking at it.
It's all good. I think a part of, is it Tommy Boy, or what's the other one that was big? Chris Farley one, but I think
Black
Tommy
Sheep.
Boy. There's a
Black Sheep.
yeah, Black Sheep, but there's one of them where they're driving. I'm pretty sure it's probably Tommy Boy, and I think they're going up to Duluth, Minnesota.
That sounds like Tommy Boy, I think.
Yeah, I think it is
he's trying
to like
save
sell the
his
parts.
company.
Right. And I think during that scene, there's like a lot of forest and trees and whatnot, and that would be accurate. That would be fairly accurate as far as that location would be. So they did a good job with that. But yeah, that's all I know. And then as far as movies at Australia, DarkSteve, if you know.
Well, I could start with the two obvious ones. Mad Max, which Australia's nothing like. We do.
What are you talking about?
we do have high fuel prices, but it's not that bad. And the other obvious one that you guys should all know is Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
It's not that bad yet. Mad Max, the first one, takes place this year, so watch out.
Oh, yeah. COVID's going to drive that to everyone. Oh, no. And probably the other obvious one you guys would know would be Wolf Creek, that great little horror movie that was actually based on true stories here.
Wow.
Yep. So we had a backpacker murderer, and his name was Ivan Milat. And yeah, he just traveled the country killing backpackers and burying them in the bush.
Goddamn. See, I need to look a lot of these movies up.
Yeah, well,
it's nothing like Crocodile Dundee, Collision, whatever.
What?
Yeah,
I only know two Crocodile Dundees.
Or not Crocodile Dundee, but the Crocodile Hunter.
Oh yeah, the Crocodile Hunter movie.
Yeah, no, that's I did watch it, but
that's what it was, Collision Course.
Okay, yeah, no, I never was overly a big fan of Steve Bowman. What are some of the other good ones? I just
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh, one of the best. Guy Pearce. Not Guy Pearce. Yeah, Guy Pearce. I'm right, aren't I? You should know.
And
Come on,
isn't,
Tim.
I
Hugh
don't know.
Danner-
Yeah, Squirny. She might be in it.
Oh, here we go. The Castle. That was a great old Aussie one. That was just a real funny comedy. Cracker Jacks. That was about bowls, lawn bowls. That was another funny one we had.
What was the one we were talking about a while ago, like Quigley Down Under or whatever?
Oh, yeah, I can't remember that one. We had a pretty messed up one here called Romper Stomper. I think you guys have seen that over in America and all that. I'd recommend not
heard of it.
watching it. Yeah, it's not a good movie. So that one's basically about Nazism and how it was running riot in Australia and what these young guys were doing to other groups of people. Yeah, not a good movie.
How would, like, looking at some of these movies, how would you say it depicts Australia? Do you think it overhypes it, underhypes it? Is it fairly accurate? Do they
So
show
the more
worst
serious
parts, best
ones,
parts? Yeah.
I think kind of spot on to the way Australian life used to be, and even some of the older comedies that we have here. And like you could watch a movie like Red Dog. Don't watch it. Trust me, you'll just be in tears at the end. But it just basically you'll see how Aussie people are out in the outback, and they all band together over this one dog.
Okay.
Oh, we also made Babe.
Oh,
Interesting.
what
That's
about
new.
Kangaroo
And
Jack?
Oh, Kangaroo
no,
Jack.
that was American. But that did have Anthony Anderson in it. I liked him as a actor. He was good. Just to speak of a good movie I liked was that Jet Li one, Romeo Must Die.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, now that I think of it, I'm thinking of more movies that were here in the cities. The big one would be Prince's movie Purple Rain. That takes place here in the Twin Cities, and all of it is like I haven't seen it all the way through, but a lot that I've seen is spot on to what the cities looks like and how it acts. And there's a part where he's like, you got to cleanse yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. And Lake Minnetonka is not too far from where I actually live, and Paisley Park is probably about a 15-20 minute drive from where I live. I've yet to go over there and check it out and see what it all looks like and how it is. But that took place obviously here in Minnesota. And then the other one was, I don't know if they actually have it be part of Minnesota, but the movie Mallrats. That was filmed
I
at
love that movie.
the Eden Prairie Center here is where it was filmed. So
That's a great movie.
yeah. So
I love
What
how
are the
they
other-
would film there at night and then have to like clean everything up by morning by the time the mall opened up.
yeah.
I'm such a movie dork with that because I love getting movies and I'll watch it once regular, then I'll watch it 3 or 4 times with the commentaries.
Yeah, I love watching the commentaries on stuff too.
Tony Regime, yes, Crocodile Dundee is a documentary, but it's just it's a child's book for us these days. And no, I haven't seen Bad Boy Bubba. I've heard a lot about it. Yeah, it does sound messed up. But yeah, we have had a few messed up Australian movies.
So it sounds
I'm
like
sure
those
every
movies would
country
be
has
accurate.
their own
Yeah.
has their own messed up movies and stuff.
Yeah.
There's Romper Stomper, a 1992 film.
Mm-hmm. Very
Wow, that's 10.
dark and deep movie.
Drinking, fighting, sex, racism, drugs, burglary, guns. Oh, okay. Wow.
I really got to catch up on movies. I have not seen so many. Everyone knows so much
there's
about
a-
movies, and I haven't seen shit.
So I can't do gory movies anymore. Like the Saw movies were good when they started, but then they just played on gore and it just got like, look, special effects. Hey, look, more special effects. Like that got boring.
I only like it up to number 3, and number 2 was probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. Yeah, I watched the first one, and I was cool with that. The second one, I started to stray away from it. And I think for me, the reason why I stopped liking it was because I think I more so didn't like the fact that someone had to think that stuff up, and knowing that there's people out there with that jacked up of a mind freaks me out more than actually seeing it on screen.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think of weird things like that, then you like read some of like Stephen King's stories or whatever, and it's like, good lord, that shit came out of his brain. Oh my god.
I don't know what you did,
Exactly.
Tanner.
Like when we were
but-
listening to Misery the other day, that audio recording of Misery, when the cobbling happens, is way worse to hear than it is to actually watch on the movie. Or it's worse to read and picture it in your own mind.
Mm-hmm. What did I start mute?
I was gonna say I don't know what you did, but my Discord is freaking out and keeps flashing like your camera over my character and stuff. Like I don't know, it's acting really weird.
Huh.
Yeah.
I started to type something
Tanner's
and then I think it went to
flashing
go start my camera and then it stopped it because I was clicked on the wrong screen, so maybe it was that.
Yeah, but it wasn't doing it for you. It was doing it over mine. It was acting really weird. I don't
Crazy.
think it broadcasted any of it out though. So I don't know. I think it was just my screen acting up.
Yay, tech.
Yeah.
I just kind of thought of another movie that came out that supposedly took place in Alaska, but it was the movie actually called Alaska. And these kids go to fly around in a little Cessna, I think, and they wind up crashing in the wilderness and have to try and survive out there type thing. Just a weird family movie, and it's like, okay. I just remember seeing that as a kid and reading like the junior novel for it and just really liking it, and it being like one of the first ones I remember being like, oh, this is Alaska.
There's also LittleWolf Into the Wild, where the guy goes into Alaska to like live out in the land or whatever, and ends up dying or whatever
The one
because
eaten by bears?
no
Oh,
no
wait,
no
no, that was Grizzly Man. That was
yeah
Grizzly Man.
no the one where the guy
Oh, he went
eats
to live in his van or something like that out in the wilderness.
yeah, and he gets to like Alaska or somewhere up there in the winter or whatever, and crosses what he thinks is a little stream, and then he eats the wrong berries, and then spring comes, and what was a little spring turns into a raging river and stuff. Like I really feel like it's the tale of one idiot who didn't prepare for shit and everything that went wrong, and it's just like on the one hand, it's like I don't see how this guy's story is interesting. On the other, I do see it has a perfect cautionary tale.
Oh yeah, that stuff like that just kind of amuses me in a little way. It's like another comic I used to listen to said, you know, they should change the name of that one show, When Animals Attack, to When Idiots Get Close to Deadly Animals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's see. We got Restless. Tony Regime says Restless Natives is still one of his favorite films. Again, another movie that I obviously haven't heard of because I'm behind on the times.
Heard of it.
Oh, how could I forget Balto? Damn it.
Oh,
I
Balto's
love
good.
that movie.
Or
Especially
Angels.
with Kevin
Share.
Bacon.
What about Call of the Wild?
Kevin Bacon as the voice. I haven't actually seen the movie yet. I've read the book.
I was gonna say I haven't seen the movie, and I kind of don't want to because the dog is in the uncanny valley for me. Like I know everybody was like, "Oh man, that dog looks so awesome." I look at it and I go, "Oh god, that is like the most horrifying thing ever." It's just wrong.
Yeah, so I'm trying to read some of the ones I'm not familiar with a lot of them. So like I said, Restless Natives, Angels Share.
Oh, Mystery Alaska. How could I forget that one too? That's a good movie.
And Tom
Hey,
Hanks
quick question. Is my audio still okay?
Nope.
sounds
You
louder.
sound like you're in a can.
Turn down your gain.
No, I realized the compression was on.
Oh, maybe that was causing half of your problems.
Yeah. Is that alright then?
Oh, Disney
Better.
Snow Buddies. Now I want to watch that. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for dog movies. I'm being born in the year of the dog and everything else, and my nickname being Dog and LittleWolf. I'm a sucker for all of it.
God,
Oh,
after
here.
Air Bud, like they made Air everything.
For a sucker for dogs, someone decided to come up and join me. My little
It's like
Gizzy
one of my
pal.
favorite ones is
So
Top Dog, where they had the one police dog paired up with Chuck Norris, and the dog wound up getting all the credit for everything. Oh my God, that's something I would do.
Nope.
so
I'll let you do the work, and I'll take the credit.
okay, it finally stopped. Being broadcast out is just fine, but what's going on my screen, Tanner, when you turn on your camera is just the screen is flashing all different colors and freaking out, and now it's showing everybody talking at once. Discord is not happy on my screen, but it's broadcasting out just fine like it should. So I'm just ignoring that screen at the moment.
Well, let's see if I turn my camera back off. Did it correct it?
It's working on it. Maybe eventually. It keeps moving everybody around, and it's oh God, it's terrible.
I'll put my camera on. We'll see what happens.
Oh God, why? I was
Before that
referring
happens,
to.
Donkey, put a mirror up in front of your computer so your computer sees Steve's computer, and it'll be like a weird Inception thing.
Oh jeez.
That'd be beautiful.
Now I lay me down to sleep, master of dreams I hope I keep. In reflection I might hide, when evil sees itself, then it shall die.
Lovely.
Now I want to watch Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Damn it.
Oh man,
Love Freddy Krueger.
this morning they were asking, like what would be my favorite movies, and because I haven't seen a lot, it was the hardest damn question for me to answer. But one of the movies, if I was to go off of maybe historical style movies, I still love the movie The Right Stuff. And I haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah, and I want to watch that one again. It's long, but it's a good movie.
If you like historical movies, you should check out a YouTube channel called History Buffs. He goes over different historical movies
I love that channel.
and compares them to like how accurate they really are. It's really good. I haven't seen anything recent from him, but
yeah, it's been a while since he put anything out, but he is so amazing at it.
Oh, hey, Foe might be here.
We got a full hammer. Welcome to
Hey,
the party.
bitches.
So how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fairly good. I just got back from my mini vacation, which was an abysmal mess.
Uh-oh. What happened?
So, me and my buddy started planning this vacation for a few weeks. We were going to go to Bay City, Michigan, other side of the state. They have a 200-yard indoor range that we were going to shoot at. So we get out there. It's Friday at about 5. We check into our hotel. We're staying the night there. They have a hot tub. We have kind of like a spa day. Next day, we go to the location. They're closed. They're closed because it's Saturday.
A weird feeling that was coming up.
Did you not call ahead?
No, we did. And they said they were open on Saturdays. We just didn't ask what time of the year. They thought we were planning this in the future.
Oh, no.
So,
I mean, if you call and ask if they're open on Saturday, you'd think that they would know that you meant like the coming up Saturday.
Well, yeah, you think you would say something like, "Yes, we're open Saturdays, but only like May through October."
or yeah, not at this time of year, but we will be, at this time of year or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Once
not even
the
the
ice
most
melts.
screwed up part. The hotel was nice. It was worth going out there just for the hotel. We
Yeah, you
decided that we're
guys
going to
sat
come
in the
back.
hot tub together.
Yep. Valentine's weekend together. Tanner, I bet you're jealous.
Mm-hmm.
And we decide, hey, we weren't able to go to the range there. Let's see if any of the ranges here close to where we live lets us shoot 308 rounds inside. Because
That
it's
was a good idea.
15 degrees out and we don't want to shoot outside. So we go to the first place that we know allows us to shoot up to 338 Lapua. They were packed for the entire day because we didn't make a reservation. Okay, we weren't expecting to shoot there. We go to the other place. It's an hour wait. We decide we're going to wait. We get a free hour. My buddy sets foot on the range and pulls out his CZ Scorpion. I have the exact same gun with the exact same handguard, aftermarket, installed by me. His was installed by him. He fired 2 rounds, and his handguard blew off.
Oh no.
Didn't shred his hand, but his hand is now in extreme pain.
Ooh. Well, at least his hand is okay.
It's just sore. It'll be sore. But so we finished shooting. There's 2 newer shooters. And him and I, we had 10 guns between the 2 of us. That was us packing light. So we're like, hey, do you guys want to shoot some of our stuff? We're pretty much done after I saw that I zeroed my guns, my new SIG P320 that I built. Zeroed the red dot on that. Zeroed my Remington 700 again, just making sure everything's good. And I didn't do any other shooting. So we basically just let 2 other shooters take our range time and shoot the guns because neither of us were in the mood to shoot anymore. So, yeah, that was my weekend.
Wow.
Damn.
A little bit of a detour, but at least you guys still got to shoot a little bit.
Yeah, he almost lost his hand in the process. So,
Yeah, that's not good. But
anyway, sorry for interrupting. What were you guys talking about before?
we were talking about movies and locations that those movies might be in. We were talking about movies that might have been filmed up in Alaska and how they might portray certain things, movies here in Minnesota and in Australia. So if you know of any movies that took place in Michigan and how you felt they were portrayed, or if there's inaccuracies in them, feel free to discuss.
Sure, actually, there's 2 movies. One is actually more of a series. Did you know that most of the movies from Star Wars were shot on Earth?
Whoa! You just
No
blew my
way.
mind.
Lies!
Yeah.
8 Mile, actually.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Eminem. Filmed in
Yep.
Detroit. Fairly accurate representation of Detroit. Rundown shithole that nobody goes to, although it's improved in recent years.
Tanner just jumped.
Well, because all of a sudden Gizzy just barked for no reason, so I'm like, I gotta find the mute button quick.
JL, he probably sicked his ghosts on you.
Probably. Yeah, I've seen 8 Mile, but it would have been a long time ago. I know nothing about this. What was it? Star Wars?
Yeah, Star Wars. It's about wars in the stars.
Well, you can't say that it was filmed strictly here on Earth, because you got to remember that was in a galaxy far, far away, and the Earth could have been in a galaxy far, far away at a time that we just don't know of, and maybe it kind of exploded and then regenerated here.
Yeah, no, you're right. But most of them were
Yeah,
filmed
so-
here on Earth.
Yeah.
Are we just going to rename you to
Most of
Cyman Tan?
Skyman yeah. Skyman Tan.
Well, then again,
Well,
you know, they have the animated Star Wars, so you can't really say those are filmed per se, so.
That is true.
I see Bella
Bella
says
Charge says, yeah.
that I'm dead to him. I've seen Star Wars 3, 4, and 5. Again, they would have been a while ago that I saw them. I started to watch Star Wars 1. I don't know the names of them, so yes, I can be dead to you.
Phantom Menace.
Or 4, 5, and
Random
6.
3 to
4, 5, and 6. The original.
That's
the
pretty
original
good.
4, 5, and 6. Okay.
Yeah.
The first time you said it, you said 3. I was like, "What the hell? What?"
6. I don't know the names of them, you know, exactly. I started to watch the first one and I just couldn't get through it. And I haven't watched
Not
anything
the
new,
first
so
one, technically, though.
Those
Yeah,
are the only 3 that you need to watch.
yeah, I was gonna say the initial
Oh,
3 are the ones that I've seen, and I enjoyed those. I like sci-fi movies, but I don't get heavily into them. I enjoy watching them, but I wouldn't be like I know every little thing about them, and I would know all the details. You know,
I think I'm one of the few people that actually likes 1, 2, and 3. I just think of it as more Star Wars.
I like 1
Yeah.
and 2. You know, I don't think they're as good as the originals, but I do like 1 and 2. I didn't like 3 at all. The pacing on it is just all wrong.
I have the high ground.
You underestimate my power.
neat.
No.
Wait, was that the I am Yoda watch me do a spinny flippy hit you with my lightsaber thing? Or
No.
was that number 2?
That was, I think that was in the first one.
As it shows how much I cared about 1, 2, and 3.
I think you're talking about the third one where he's fighting Dooku.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But they were talking about a different scene in 3.
Yeah.
That didn't
Yeah,
involve
so-
Yoda.
You know what?
Oh, shit.
Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, when Darth Vader actually becomes looking like a burnt hot dog.
I like hot dogs.
Toasty!
Bella Charge
I
is
bet you
dark.
do.
He likes ballparks because they swell when they heat up.
God
No,
damn,
I-
Bella Chars.
He likes those
I like the bun
footlongs.
length. Yeah.
Hot dog mini buns?
Yeah. The hot dog mini buns. The
And
best
yes,
part
That's
of
what,
3
that's
is-
what he goes into the bedroom
That's not
saying. Hot dog mini
Yeah.
buns.
It's
Oh,
his pet
Lord.
name for Chase.
No.
mini buns. Oh, I'd get a slap across the face if I called him mini buns.
I
You
bet you'd
didn't
like
say
that.
You said it out loud.
But yes, Bella, I do agree. The best part of Star Wars, all Star Wars, is when Anakin just goes fucking crazy and kills all the Jedi because they're a bunch of hypocrites and deserve to die. Anakin did nothing wrong.
This is cool right here. Tiny Captain. I sent in an audition tape for one of the Ewoks movies when I was a kid. Now
I'm
that
just-
would have been cool as hell to say that you were a part of that. You know, like no one would be able to tell it was you unless you know they see the credits. But that's amazing.
I can just say that. Ewok number 23.
Yeah.
Name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Speaking,
you know, didn't get the part, so you're nothing. But just kidding. But it was
Damn, brutal.
nothing
was-
but love here.
that was a big oof, I'm not going to lie.
I reckon. In fact, I like the
It's almost
closing
like
credits
saying
on
you
all
were-
Star Wars movies.
That's like saying you were like Stormtrooper number 234. Mom, look, there's me, the one in the white suit.
The one that couldn't shoot that guy. You mean all of them?
Oh man, there was a great little audio book series called A Certain Point of View, and it takes place from the point of view of the stormtroopers. And one of them is like, yeah, people make fun of us because we can't see. And he's like, well, you try running around in a big plastic white suit that you can't really move with a helmet on that you can't really see out of and see how good you shoot.
Right.
I shot while I was in something very similar to their suit, and I did fairly well.
I was gonna say it's called shooting out of a gas mask.
Yup. I'm sure you've done that as well, Mute.
Yep, hated it.
But it's not that difficult.
It depends on which gas mask you're wearing, but yeah.
The newer...
Yeah, but
Okay,
they're
newer
all
from...
clones with the same brain, you know, hey. They're from
false.
the same brain.
At that time, they were not. The
Well,
Emperor
at that time, but
did not allow for Camino to produce the Django clones. And the Centex 2 clones all died off by then because they developed mental instabilities and were shot.
So if anyone in the audience has any Star Wars questions, the Walking Encyclopedia is right here.
Specifically related to the Clone Wars, I do not give a fuck about anything else because the Clone Wars is just awesome.
Sure.
Yeah, Star Trek was pretty cool.
What did you say?
Crickets.
Did you say Star Trek was pretty cool?
Hey, I got back up here.
yes, he did.
Which one? Let's be real. If you say the one that I do not believe should even be included,
The one that had the spaceship Enterprise in it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay, so
Okay, yeah,
yes, I guess so. All right, so all of Captain Kirk's, all of Jean-Luc Picard's,
including
and
Picard,
most. What do you mean, including Picard?
including the TV show Picard.
No, I never watched that one actually.
Good, don't.
If it was just as good, so it wasn't as good.
No.
Oh,
So,
okay. And
Picard?
Janeway.
Okay, perfect.
Voyager.
I could get behind
Yeah,
that.
Voyager.
I will also add Star Trek Enterprise, which is a title as well as the name of every single ship other than in Deep Space Nine and
Voyager.
So basically the only ones you don't watch is Star Trek Discovery and Picard. Don't do it. You will want to get yeeted by a kangaroo by the time you're done watching both of those.
Yeah.
I want to watch Below Decks. That looks like fun.
That does look funny. So the people who have not watched Star Wars just need to watch Star Wars. And David, and no, Picard was not okay.
I feel redeemed. It's a me, Mario Ree. No questions. Never saw Star Wars, and I have the DVDs. So I don't feel alone. Granted, I don't have any of the DVDs. So I am a loner there, but at least I'm not the only one who hasn't seen all the Star Wars. And then it looked like Bella Charge and Commander Darklight were talking about Jar Jar as a Sith Lord. I
Yeah,
wouldn't know on that, but maybe you guys can discuss or talk about that.
it's a fan theory.
It's a good fan theory too.
Okay.
But going into the comics is just exhausting because you have to decide if it is or is not canon, if Disney did or did not retcon, and depending on who you talk to, they did or did not do that. So,
Speaking of fan theory, I know this goes a little bit off topic. You guys watch Bob's Burgers?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I love
same.
that show.
So, did you guys ever hear of a fan theory out there where the family does not exist? They all died somehow, and Bob is the lone survivor of the family.
Actually, I hadn't heard that one.
I think I have.
I think there might be a YouTube video discussing it, or maybe it was just like a long text that I saw somewhere. And when you read it, it almost breaks your heart because you could see how it happens. Like, they're talking about like the opening scene, the intro music, and how like the restaurant's always like going under repair, and it says, reopening, and they're like basically an accident happens each time that kills off another character. And so they're talking about like, Bob always kind of has these visions in his head, and so you're actually watching visions of what he would be thinking his family's doing, and why they're acting the way they are, doing things the way they are. And like, if you've noticed through a lot of the episodes, Bob deals with an issue of having almost kind of like an addiction to painkillers, where anytime someone gives him a painkiller, he just wants more and more or something. So they're like, so he's taking painkillers and he's having all these random thoughts while having them and visions while having them. And so it would be a matter of like Teddy and Mort come to the restaurant frequently just to make sure and check on him that he's okay and that he's not going crazy from his family passing and stuff like that. And it's a really weird fan theory type thing, but you read it and you could almost see it happening, and it's crazy.
Unfortunately,
I just posted a link to it in the chat. 'Cause I
Nice.
found it.
Nice, thank you.
Unfortunately, that doesn't work because of the Archer and Bob's Burgers crossover, which is canon.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened with Bob, and he went away, and Archer took his place for a couple months. And it's canon in both universes, unfortunately, so it doesn't work as a fan theory. But it is interesting.
Oh my
to see how
God.
it works.
Archer working as Bob. That'd be great.
Oh, it was hilarious. He killed like 3 Russian guys.
Now,
when
is
he had
that
amnesia.
Nice.
is that after Archer is a robot or before?
Before. I
Okay.
believe it's season 3.
Okay.
Interesting.
Sounds like the Viggo Mortensen movie where he was a hitman or whatever, and then he retires and opens his own little restaurant, and then the Russian mob goes to look for him.
Yeah, Archer got really weird at the end.
Yeah, Archer went from Archer Vice to Archer Dreamland to Archer Robot, whatever. Just really fucked up.
I think Vice was the last one I watched, and I know there was a season or 2 after that before it got canceled. But yeah,
Dreamland, where Archer he died at the end of Vice. He was shot in the chest. Well, he didn't die. He went into a coma. And that's the last we saw. And then Archer Dreamland, which is him in his coma while everybody else around him is watching him just in a hospital bed.
yeah.
And then there's one after that, which is him as a robot.
It's like the weird fan theory that Harrison Ford, when he's Indiana Jones, gets knocked out and then he goes into the Star Wars universe.
So there's actually a comic where oh god, I think it's one of the Star Wars comics where they travel to Earth or whatever. Or no, I think it's an Indiana Jones comic where he finds like the remnants of the crashed Millennium Falcon and the skeleton of Han Solo and Chewbacca or something like that.
Actually, now that I think of it, going back to the topic about movies and certain stuff like that and places that their locations are in, the creators of Bob Burgers actually have a new cartoon that takes place up in Alaska. And the cartoon is called The Great North. And I've only seen one episode of it. It seems rather interesting, but the family is kind of unique. But then they got something called, and I would have to ask LittleWolf if this is true. They call them Alaskan twins, and it would be siblings that would be born pretty much exactly 9 months apart.
Oh, okay.
Well, it depends on the time of year too, because during the winter, not much to do up here.
Uh-huh. So,
Oh, God.
yeah, because they're like, you're my Alaskan twin because we're only 9 months apart. So basically I had the kid and screwed again and got pregnant right after.
Sounds
But-
like what John Leguizamo called Latin twins, also.
I'd have to look that one up. I don't know that one. So, but yeah, so we'll see how that show goes. If it's anything like Bob's Burgers, where it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So,
have to watch that one too. I love finding weird things that take place up in Alaska.
Yeah, so that was a random tangent. Sorry, just had to throw that out there.
So there's actually 11 seasons of Archer Mute, and Dreamland is season 7.
Okay, are they 11 full seasons, or are they like where they split like some of the seasons in half? Because I know some of the seasons they did like a 13 episode season and then another 13 episode season or whatever it was, and so it was in one season, but they split it into 2 parts or whatever.
Season 8 was short. Season 9 was a regular one. Season 10 was a regular one, and season 11 was the last one, and it was a
Interesting.
very short one. And season 11 is when Archer wakes up from a coma, and he has to deal with being dead basically for the past 3 years.
Apparently, it's
everything
still
changed.
ongoing.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was still going.
I could have sworn that they canceled it. Maybe it just got taken off of whatever streaming service I was watching it at the time, and so I thought it got canceled.
Season 12's already been announced, and it was announced October 21.
I haven't heard anything on it in like 4 years. So,
Well, it was a Comedy Central show, correct? So I think Comedy Central started moving. Oh, maybe I got this wrong. I
No,
thought
it
maybe
was
they
an
were getting
FX
smoother
show.
Stuff. Oh, an FX. They might be moving stuff to HBO instead of
Yeah.
like Hulu or something. So it just might not be on that streaming service anymore.
I was gonna say it was on Hulu, and then I think it got taken off Hulu after one of the seasons. I don't remember which one now.
Yeah, because I know my roommate was really upset. He's a huge a Simpsons fan, and I think they moved The Simpsons to HBO as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe,
I
maybe
saw
not. One of them went
5
to
was
it.
Vice. I saw 6. Now I'm now looking through IMDb and trying to see what looks familiar. With I saw 7. Okay, so it went on longer than I was thinking, because I definitely saw 7.
Well, it says it's still on Hulu. It says 11 seasons are on Hulu.
It might have gotten taken off and then put back on. I think
Could be.
Dreamland is where I stopped watching, which was season 8. So it went on. So I watched it for longer than I thought I did, because I thought Vice was. But there's only just like 13 episodes of season 1. Oh, like season 8 only has 8 episodes. Maybe that's the reason why I thought it was shorter lived too. Is the seasons are rather short.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Bella Charge wants to start a fight and asks, "What's the best sci-fi TV show?"
Ooh, TV show?
Mork and
Red
Mindy.
Dwarf.
Orville.
Thank
Oh,
you,
screw
Mute
you,
Donkey. Thank you. I will die on this fucking hill.
LittleWolf, do you got input on that?
X-Files.
Ooh, that's a good. Well, but is that
The Orville?
sci-fi? That's more fantasy.
That's fantasy. It's like The Magicians.
No, it's sci-fi.
No, I don't think it is because they don't really have a science aspect to it. It's fantasy. Just because there's aliens and stuff doesn't make it sci-fi.
Just like with the magicians, there's aliens,
Yeah.
travel, but it's
No,
still
you
fantasy.
wanted to start a fight, so I'm going to sit here and say X-Files is a sci-fi show.
Or Star
I
Wars.
don't care.
Star Wars
Just
isn't
like the argument on if oh god damn it, what's that movie? If it's a Christmas movie or not.
Oh, Die Hard. It's
Yeah,
a
Die
Christmas
Hard.
movie. You're wrong
it's
if you
not.
think otherwise.
Yes.
It's not a Christmas movie.
It is.
It's a movie that happens to take place at Christmas. Doesn't make it
No.
a Christmas movie.
No, it's part of the main plot is that it's taking place at a Christmas party.
So?
Neat.
So that's like what makes a Christmas movie? You have Christmas as a theme and shit goes wrong. What is Die Hard? Christmas is a theme and shit goes wrong.
Still not a Christmas movie.
If it's not played on the Hallmark Channel, it's not Christmas.
Oh, it is played on the
God! Oh, Tanner, that's it. I'm muting you. You don't get to talk anymore.
I'm used to it.
Oh my god.
There we go. Just fix that real quick.
So Darklight says it's dark matter.
Ooh, Dark Matter was good.
It was
Fringe
okay.
was a good one.
Unmuted myself.
I was waiting to see how long that took.
It's okay. I got your back, Tanner.
Yeah.
That donkey isn't even a swordsman. He's for some
He's
reason
an
talking
ass.
on our
Get it?
stream.
He's an ass.
It's okay. He won't be able to talk until he actually looks into Discord. So I'm gonna make him do it. So
Yeah. I don't know a lot of sci-fi shows, so I can't speak on it.
Dave N says Doctor Who. That was actually pretty good up until the last season.
you can talk again.
Yeah, I know.
And then Bella had to pull the big ones out and go Stargate.
Yeah.
SG-1.
I'm not a big fan
all
of
out to Atlantis,
SG-1.
baby.
SG-1 was good.
Oh,
Atlantis
really?
was better.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Like, I'm a huge fan of the movie, and the fact that they recast Jack and Daniel it bothers me every time I watch it.
I
And
just want to see MacGyver shit together.
and what's her face is always talking about like some crazy, like weird science, like faux science shit that bothers me. Oh,
They walk through fucking Stargates to go to different galaxies.
yeah, but that's genuine sci-fi. Like the
Yeah,
the
but when you
movie
got to hook
is so
the
much
flux
better.
capacitor up, and so we could basically say that Back to the Future is sci-fi.
Back to the Future sci-fi.
Time travel.
Yeah.
I like turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's fantasy.
No, that video of that kid where he's dressed as a zombie and she's like, "Do you like blah blah blah?" And he's like, "I like turtles."
Yeah,
So that's my input to this.
Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Turtle.
Oh God,
Lord.
Master of Disguise.
Yep.
I love that movie, actually.
Oh, it's been so long
Of course,
since
I love
watched
bad
that.
movies.
It's been years since I've watched Master of Disguise.
Yeah,
I think
Tony.
I posted a couple of weeks back in our Discord a link to it. YouTube was actually showing for free the old 80s movie of He-Man, Masters of the Universe.
Yes.
Nice.
Ooh,
Oh.
I love that movie, too.
Avenue 5 is great.
I have the power.
Why do they stick this meat on these weird white sticks? Those are animal bones. Well, it tasted good.
Bella, the issue with Dark Matter was that in season 2, they knew they were being canceled, and as a last-ditch attempt, they stuffed everything that was predicted in season 1 into season 2. In fact, yeah, I can name one sci-fi TV show based on reality, and that is The Expanse.
Oh, come on.
So just
Under the
quickly,
Dome.
did Amanda Tapping go straight from doing the Stargate series and then to director of Dark Matter? Did she?
Not sure.
Uh,
Don't believe so.
I think did she when was Dark Matter in comparison to, because I think she did, God, what's that movie? Or TV show?
Universe. Stargate Universe.
No, she
Oh, the
did
horrible
a fantasy monster hunting one, Sanctuary.
Ah. No idea what that is.
okay.
Oh, it's actually pretty cool. CG in it isn't the best. It's the first TV series filmed entirely in 4K, even though it was downscaled afterwards. But yeah, it's kind of like she runs a sanctuary for monsters, and it's an interesting show. Farscape is a good one that people are bringing up. The first
remember
few
that.
seasons of Dark Mirror, I would bring up as being really good. I didn't like the last couple that I watched.
I got an oldie for you,
Still have
then.
to
What about
bring up,
Lex?
Never seen it.
There was another one that I was thinking of before.
The Expanse is definitely the most realistic sci-fi show there is right now.
Well, it depends on what you're looking for out of the sci-fi. For space sci-fi, yes.
Yeah. You know, it's not something that happened in real life or anything, and I know a lot of people argue how terrible the how factual events could happen, but gravity, you know, you could maybe kind of argue that would be something that could actually happen, but without it actually happening in the way they play it out.
You mean Interstellar?
No, I think it's Gravity with
Sandra Bullock.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, where all the
George
debris destroys everything.
Yeah. Those two movies really should have swapped names. Because Gravity plays a larger part in
Right.
Interstellar, and Interstellar seems to be a better name for
100%.
Westworld was really good. I didn't see the most recent season, but
I do like people how they joke around with like the movie The Martian, because it's Matt Damon, and they're saying like we need to stop sending Matt Damon places because we always end up having to go and rescue him. And I can't remember all the other movies he's in where somehow he has to be rescued to get back. They're like, stop sending Matt Damon places. He gets trapped.
It all started with Dogma.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dogma is
Mhm.
one of them. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Dogma's great.
I'm surprised we've
Ben Affleck
gone
just
this
goes all
far.
bastard on his ass.
I'm surprised we've gone this far, and I haven't mentioned my favorite. One of them is Firefly, and it always will be.
Oh,
Yes.
that's what I was going to bring up. Talking about Firefly, his other TV show that was on Fox, Dollhouse,
Waterfalls? Damn it.
Mhm.
which was really good.
Serenity, the movie.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking about when I said
Finally.
Lex.
Oh, Lex was okay. I didn't watch much of Lex though.
Well, any Riddick movie's a good one.
No, I didn't actually like the movie actually called Riddick. I thought it was
Get
way
Out.
too much of it. But
How about Dark Fury?
I liked
I
it.
love the first one.
What'd you call me?
Pitch Black.
I am not a Dark Fairy.
Bitch black.
Bitch black.
Fuck you.
Oh wow.
It's even worse because Steve is black.
Yeah, that's the whole fun of it. Yeah. Though there's actually a second movie that's animated. That's called Dark
Yeah,
Fury.
Dark Fury was really good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
And
Chronicles of
Chronicles
Riddick.
Riddick.
And then Riddick.
Threshold. Take us to the threshold.
Speaking of
And-
which, I was watching a Jessica G stream last night, and PhD Tony was in there, and he said something about the swordsman again. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was like, well, at least the swordsmen are a diverse group, unlike many other groups out there where there's no diversity in them whatsoever.
Oh.
And nothing to say back to that.
Oh no, he doesn't, because we are probably the most diverse group here.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the LGBT community. I'm a gun owner. LittleWolf is a native who lives
I'm
in
just an
Canada,
idiot from Alaska.
Yeah.
and
I don't live
Steve
in
is
Canada. What the fuck?
Canada.
Alaska,
from-
Canada, same thing.
No.
Bullshit. Uh-uh.
All right.
Uh-uh.
Canada versus Alaska. Little Wolf and Foe. Go.
Canada likes maple syrup. Alaska likes maple syrup. They're both have a population
No,
of
we don't.
5, and
No, we
they're
don't.
both snowy tundras.
I'd argue
Canada's
one likes
not
maple
all
syrup, the
snowy
other
tundra.
likes seal blood.
That's fair. That's fair. One makes
You have to be
elegant
above the
moves.
You have to be above the Arctic Circle around there to get into the tundra-ish area, and they're
And then we got the upside down Dark Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Darkversity.
The only thing I have in common there is being native. I can go to a native hospital and not have to worry about my medical bill. So that's the only other thing. And
you're a furry.
we legalize pot.
I mean,
not a
wait,
furry.
that's Sirif.
Jumped on that real quick.
I'm in the puppy play, not a furry.
I'm sorry. I
Look,
had to.
just because he likes it doggy style does not make him a furry.
I will not comment
I
anymore
don't
on
say.
this line of questioning.
I like
For
Little
fear
Wolf's
of,
dead silence.
And I like putting my nose into places that most dogs do.
Oh.
I just
Fair.
like Bella's comment in the side chat there. Again, these people think the world revolves around USA.
Bella, if it doesn't, I have enough guns that I will make it revolve around the USA.
No.
Oh,
In the same sense that no matter where you are on the sphere, that area is the top of the sphere. So since we're in America, thing, it does kind of revolve around us.
Oh, Bella, I'm going to bring this up, and you're going to love this. There is no way to determine if the world revolves around the USA or if the USA revolves around the world.
Well, considering most countries
Yes, there
try
is.
and watch our government to see what happens and to see what not to do, yeah, I'd say the world
Yeah,
kind of
right.
revolves around us.
Do not emulate us in any way, shape, or form. In fact, he says to be proud, Little Wolf, that you were called Canadian.
oh.
Yeah, don't be proud. Being
Ah.
Canadian is an insult.
Up
As
there
a
in Canada,
former
eh?
Canada person.
I would join the ranks of like Jim Carrey and William Shatner. We can leave
Tom
Justin
Green.
Bieber out.
Celine
You want to be
Dion.
associated with Tom Green?
Celine Dion.
I
Yeah.
could stick something in her mouth to get her.
Oh.
Her singing
She
might
looks
improve
older,
if
though.
you do that while she's singing.
So from that point of view, the world revolves around me. Yay.
No, the
Yeah.
world revolves around the core.
This is a fact. Assuming there's something there.
There is.
Prove it.
Prove it. Prove it, Mute.
Earthquakes.
You asserted that there's something in the middle.
Magma.
You asserted that earthquakes happen. Prove that there are earthquakes.
Have you done your own experiments?
1964 earthquake.
See, this is the fun part where I just go into OBS and I mute everybody, and now the show is just mine because nobody can hear the rest of you. Ha 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 ha. All right, I'll stop.
1964 earthquake
Wait.
up here in
But they can
Alaska.
see.
A couple years ago, we had a 9-pointer earthquake up here, destroyed bridges.
Oh, I'm still waiting for California to get their big one. Yeah, I know they had an earthquake recently, but I believe it's the San Andreas Fault.
Yep.
Typically had a record of every 150 years, and I think they're 150 years overdue for a big earthquake. And so I'm nervous on when that's actually going to happen, because the one that was within this last year was I don't feel was big enough yet, and I'm legit nervous for when that one's going to hit, because it's going to be devastating when it does.
I mean, Yellowstone's due for an eruption, but I mean,
Yeah,
Yes, it
but
is.
but when we're talking about due on a geological scale timeline, we're talking about it could happen tomorrow or it could happen in 500 years, somewhere roughly in that time.
right. But when it's on average 150 years, and it's 150 years past the last known really large one, that's what's kind of like, oh god damn. And yeah, I know Yellowstone has been reporting a lot more seismic activity in recent years, way more than they're used to seeing. So, yay!
Yeah, and I think
why I
the
like
Yellowstone
the
eruption
one
is
show,
thousands of years in between.
That's why I like the one show, what was it, Mega Disasters, that the History
Yeah.
Channel used to have, and they would
That was
talk
good.
about, the mega volcanoes and mega
Yeah.
earthquakes and ice ages and
Are you talking about
alien
the day after tomorrow?
diseases.
No,
Not
I
the
love that
movie.
2012.
Yeah.
2012 is good too.
You know, the day after tomorrow is probably my favorite disaster movie that I've watched.
Oh God.
I actually like all of
I
them
always-
I've seen so far, unless they're
Yeah.
made by Asylum.
I always think of the South Park episodes about the day after tomorrow.
Yeah. I like the day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
Yeah. And then there was the one where, wasn't the Rock in one where he takes off an airplane from Los Angeles and flies to Yellowstone or something? That movie
Oh,
was
yeah.
terrible. That was terrible.
I like
Oh,
the
San
Rampage
Andreas.
movie. That was
Yeah, San
good.
Andreas. Yeah.
I haven't
Still
seen it.
waiting for them to come out with the movie of Hungry Hippos.
Starring DarkSteve. Oh, I'm sorry, man.
I
It would
know a
actually,
charge.
it would actually be starring like Johnny Yo and JL Warren and PhD Tony. So basically, the 4 beardsmen is what Hungry Hippos
Or
would.
Hungry Hippos.
Well, the game has 4 of them, and there are 4 beardsmen, so
Well, and then
they all need to go work out a couple more times.
they're all trying to gobble up those balls.
and then there's I was gonna say there's always the porn, satire version or whatever. Horny hippos.
That would definitely be Tanner for all 4, and Wolf. So there's 2 of the 4. I had to beat LittleWolf off my ankles again. Third
Well,
time
Wasn't me that
today.
time.
It
Oh,
just
then it
seems
must
like
have been
there would be
Zero.
a lot of impaling with the horns, and I'm an exit only person. Thank you very much.
Nobody ever said you were receiving. I mean, pretty sure Mute likes to give and take.
Did you say with the horns? Hippos don't have horns.
Those are rhinos.
I know, but it was like horny hippos, so I was just thinking horns.
You're there. You went into the My Little Pony thing with the few that do have horns, and they're sticking each other in the end. Oh, man.
I do not want to know what your search history looks like, LittleWolf.
Rhino's feet are
Well, I can show
hilarious
you.
looking.
Hold on.
No,
Let me
thank
pull
you.
it up.
Rhino feet. So what brought you on the subject of rhino feet?
Because you guys were talking about rhinos. So I started thinking about rhinos. And rhinos' feet are hilarious because they're just so big and misshapen compared to the rest of the leg.
I guess I never thought about a rhino's foot, that it was like, you know what? I want to see what that looks like.
At least they weren't born with flippers. Imagine that.
I mean, if you look up videos that have rhinos in them, you're going to see their feet.
And you're welcome, Tiny Captain, who is now picturing the 4 Swordsmen in porn.
Well, I mean, they bring it up often enough. Irish Demon talking about his OnlyFans channel and stuff like that. So, I mean,
What would be their porn star names?
Oh, God.
Irish Gibbons, plot holes
PH Deep.
already one.
It would be the
PH
plow
Deep,
hole.
Tony.
Already,
Yeah,
Plow hole.
the plow hole.
Oh God.
hard
Irish
liquor,
Demon.
since he licks hard rocks, you know.
Well, that's why I was like, PH Deep, Tony.
Next time we look in our Discord, their names are just changed to all that.
Good
Notice
times.
there's one person we did not make fun of yet. And it's the one person that needs to be made fun of the most. Jail Warren.
Is he
What are you
worthy
trying
of
to
being
make
made
fun
fun
of
of?
No, he helps out a lot when it comes to ghost hunts.
That's fair. So I guess we can just call him the Invisible Man when it comes to porn stars because nobody watches his videos anyway.
No.
Or the Holy Ghost, considering he goes in there and comes on them.
Oh. Ecto
Little
spoofing.
Jesus in you.
The JL sons for John Little. Little. Wah, wah.
Oh, speaking of weird random tangents like that, a bit ago I was like really hyper and decided, you know, it would be funny if somebody actually named their penis Jesus.
I came back into this conversation at a really weird point.
So, well, then it would make sense for a lot of the Wisconsin women having sex because they're always like, oh, jeez, oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus. Yeah, that makes
And
sense
then
then.
also rising again, and he'll come again soon.
Come
Can you
again
feel Jesus in you?
Yeah.
Just don't get crucified.
That's a
Yeah.
Prince Albert.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Faux Hammer, is there ever a point in time when our discussions aren't weird?
No. There's never a point in time in which we don't have weird discussions.
Yeah.
So,
I
I do.
What's that?
Are you dropping hints, Mute Donkey?
He is.
Yeah. Yeah, we're at an hour 30, hour 39 minutes, so maybe we should think about wrapping up soon.
Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to talk about what you've been doing and what's coming up for you? So, like Tanner, you did the network last night, the Mega Mirror.
Yeah, it would have been morning for me. This morning I did the iNetworks Mega Mirror with Steaming Cup of Reason. So if you didn't check that out, go watch it. It was a really fun time. He makes it really easy to talk to, and played a couple of my videos. I kind of like that he really mixed it up. He played my skydiving rig safety one, and then he showed my lightning strike experience, and then the last one was debunking Nathan Thompson using religion. So check that out. I'm at 97 subscribers, so hopefully 3 more and I'll break 100, and then maybe I'll do a live stream shortly here to kind of celebrate getting to 100 subscribers. Wednesdays is normally my live stream hangout with Chase, and Thursdays usually is when I release created content. So check all that out.
Oh, on that little note too, I know a few videos ago I said that my interview with them was going to be later in February, but actually I looked back again and it's going to be in April.
With Alien X?
No, with
No, Mega Mirror.
Ah,
Where have you been? I already had my interview with Alien.
I am
Yeah.
dead after this vacation. Just became a shit show. I'm mentally checked out. I already need to go back on another vacation.
He needs that hot tub again.
Yes, I
Mhm.
do. So, the last time that I had a massage or went to a chiropractor, both of which do help my back, was about 3 years ago. Chiropractors only help temporarily because obviously they are not doctors. But the popping of joints temporarily relieves pain.
Yeah.
So it's been quite a while since I've done anything for my joints and shit. So I'm in quite a bit of pain regularly.
And to think you're the youngest one of our group,
Right.
it only gets better from here.
So there's a saying that's not too far from the truth. The U.S. infantry ages your body 10 years for every year you're enlisted. And it's pretty accurate, simply because of the sheer insanity that we have to fucking do. My regular combat load was 7 magazines and 135 pounds of gear. Well, at the time I weighed 175. So my combat load is more than 75% of my body weight, and that's before counting my rifle, my plate carrier, my body armor, stuff like my night vision goggles, my helmet. So, carrying more than what you weigh over 12, 24, 36 miles in one go really fucks your body up.
Still love the idea, though, that I could get into a little backpack and you could carry me for like 30 miles.
I probably could still.
So, yeah, LittleWolf, when did you say your Mega Mirror was, and what else do you got coming up?
Let's see here. Mine is, I think, like April 10th, somewhere around there, because Jeff was kind of messing around with Mipit's scheduling, and she got kind of annoyed at that, but hey. Yes, I think April 10th is the tentative date. And as far as anything coming up, it's just my usual video uploads of whatever's on my mind at the time. I'm gonna try and come out with a video either tomorrow or Monday. And just hanging out in my Discord and listening to random things that pop into my head there too.
Cool.
Steve?
Okay, so I got, well, I didn't get informed of it. I seen the bad news. I think it was yesterday when I was playing games with Alien X. He's going to force me into an interview soon. And then turns out mine's actually tomorrow. So I'll be doing that with Alien tomorrow. I still have got no more progress to put up on my YouTube at the moment for the house block. It's all paid for, just waiting on stuff now to get done. And then I'll go video some more stuff. So in the meantime, I'm just sticking with gaming streams. I try to do them whenever no one else is actually streaming, which is becoming extremely hard on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So yeah, only when other people aren't streaming will I do game streams usually. Yeah, that's about it. Other than that, you can usually catch me over playing games with Alien X as well.
Tomorrow at 6 a.m. EST, I will be on Crafty Keela's Life on the Flip Side because I won a competition that she had to spot a very small goat, and I did it in a very manipulative manner because I socially engineered her to give me the answer. And I did it in such a way that I was the only person who knew about it. Other than that, I want to make sure I get the day right. I am doing another video with another discussion with AT2 on who's the better God Emperor. I'm not going to tell you who's involved. I'm not going to tell you what's involved. You're going to have to tune in 2 weeks, Saturday.
Loki.
But that's all I have going on.
Cool. All right.
That's nice.
Well, with that said, thank you to everyone for coming out and having some fun with us today. We initially didn't have a game plan, but it turned out to be a really good discussion again this week. I really enjoyed hearing what you all had to say and talking about different movies, even though I'm not into sci-fi. It was still kind of fun to hear. So.
And if we ever do get onto doing more than one show a week, like I said, we also have other games we can play that we all enjoy, like Quiplash, and you can actually see how kind of messed up some of our minds really are.
Truth.
And if you listen to the comedy I play, you'll realize how twisted my mind is.
Yeah, definitely go check out LittleWolf's Den in Discord and be a part of that. So,
all I have to say is Rocket 69.
With that said, Mute, go ahead and cue the outro.